And we are back, baby. And I tell you, if you don't have nothing to believe in, why not? If you need to believe in something, believe in me. Yes, indeed. Everybody rocking out. Just a little bit for you. Special guest in the house. Oh, man. This is an amazing night tonight. Amazing night. Thanks for everyone coming in. Make sure when you come in here, you like, share, and subscribe. I tell you, man, if it's something that if you don't know which way to go or how you gonna get there, and you don't believe that you can do it, hey, man, believe in me. All right, because I take you there. I know where to go.
Welcome to JP. Welcome to JP.
JP's to JP.
JP's. JP's. Welcome to JP's TV.
JP's TV, believe it or don't.
And thank you all. You know, different segments. I gotta switch my voice and shit. Well, thank you all for coming in to JP TV. Now, anyway, thank you all for coming in. Look, and just for the people who don't know, we're taking a different angle right now. But for the people who don't know, this platform is to awake the minds of the blacks and to give them a better understanding and give them information that would turn them into a better character, because they're not lacking from anything else. We're only lacking from a lack of moral character. And this platform is to show you that the impossible can be possible and you can overcome anything. And that's why I have a great success and a successful individual has a great story, man. I mean, this guy, man, I'm telling you, when you get it from the mud, this is how you get it from the mud, okay? This is how you bring it up, all right? Not many people can do what he can do. Other people fail the test. But look, this individual is very unique. And just to give you a little background about him, I personally, his cooking shows, his cooking videos got to me. And after that, I was like, look, I need to get in touch with this dude. I had a friend of mine who just came out, and I was like, and for real, you really remind me of him. He remind me of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about smooth. I'm talking about everything. He remind you of Cuzzo? He remind me of Cuzzo. Stop messing around, bring this brother in. This brother, man, I'm telling you, you would enjoy his story. Here he is. Banky. Bam!
What's happening? What's happening? What's up, Joe? What's up?
Indeed, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely. My pleasure.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. I heard some wonderful things about you. I even heard when I first started, I went to a gym and I mentioned your name, right? And they was like, man, Banky ain't played for real. He was like I told you, I ran into Mitten brother.
Right. Yeah.
I ran into his brother, and he was talking on the phone. He was like, man, Banky ain't go for nothing, man.
Nah.
Like, man.
yeah. You know, that's you know, that was the environment, man. So, you know, you had to do what you had to do, right? You know, I won't push nothing, but I won't take nothing either.
Right, man. I was like, man, that's what's up, man. I heard a lot of great stories about you, man. A lot of great stories about you, man. And I'm definitely glad that I had the opportunity to speak with you, an individual like yourself.
Absolutely. I think it's a pleasure to be on here, man. You know, you the homie, man. So like I said, you know, anytime I could do something, man, this positive and to get with a homie at the same time, I'm all with it.
Man. Hey, man, speaking about that, man, you know, you and I got this boxing thing in common, man.
Yeah,
so look,
man.
What you think about this? Who you got?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, man. We all know who should win. We know Spence should win, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I really just don't think it's a sure thing, man. I don't think it's a sure thing. I really don't.
I don't think it's a sure thing, man.
I don't think it's a sure thing, man, because Pacquiao been shocking and amazing people, man. And I always look at the dynamics as if when you get to the level that he got to, like Mayweather and other people, I feel like when they at a certain level, even like back in the day when Sugar Ray came back out of retirement, they don't actually try to take fights that they think that they might lose. Now, you know what I'm saying? They took this fight, man, because they see something early that they think they can expose.
Yeah. You hit it right on the nose right there. You hit it right on the nose. Wow, man.
Thurman thought he could beat him.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Thurman had to go. Thurman thought he could win. So, you know, I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a wonderful fight, man. I definitely want to see it.
Man. I know that's what I'm saying. Earl never fought nobody like Pac-Man. Pac-Man, he got that footwork. But see, Pac-Man got to train to go the other way because he used to fighting unorthodox people.
Right.
So if he run into that left hand of Earl, he gotta learn how to go the other way instead of the way he been going.
True, but he got one of the best trainers in the world. You know what I'm saying? He still got Freddie Roach in his corner. So Freddie done seen it all, done it all. So, you know, like I said, I just don't think that don't necessarily mean he got to win, but I don't think he would have took that fight if he didn't think he could beat Earl. I don't think he would have took it because his legacy is on the line. He already rich. What do he got to gain? You know, he got more money than he gonna be able to spend anyway. So You know, that's the way I look. I look at it from that angle, opposed to just looking at the straight fight. I look at the mental. You know, what was his mindset to make him take this fight? He don't need the money. He don't need the hype. He already got a whole country behind him. So what is his mindset? It got to be legacy where he think he can do something that's defining to his legacy.
Whoa, that's deep right there, man. That is deep right there. What made him take the fight?
You know, his name alone can get him a fight with anybody out there. So why take the Earl fight if you don't think you can beat Earl? You know, Earl got some flaws in his game, man. He definitely strong. He definitely hit hard, but he's definitely flat-footed. He don't move his head. He can be hit, you know, and that might be a problem. You know, that might be a problem.
I think you're right, man. I think you're absolutely right about that, man. This is gonna be a hell of a fight. I'll be streaming this fight. Charlo just fought, man. What you think about that, John, man?
I like, hey, them two of my favorite fighters, man. And Mel, the one that just fought, he probably my favorite out of the two. I don't think he gave his best effort on that fight. I think that dude like shocked him, you know, whereas he wasn't the pushover that he thought he was going to be. But I do know for a fact, Charlo is ego-driven, man. He's ego-driven. So just with all of the naysayers he gonna hurt now, in the rematch he'll be way better. That's the same thing that happened with the fight he had with Tony Harrison. You know, his ego, and he went. And Tony Harrison was, man.
He's a good fighter, man.
Whoa, man, that first fight he fought. I still think that first fight he fought him, I really would have gave the edge to Charlo, but I figured like they took it from him. It could have went, you know, but his ego had him so pumped up. In that second fight, man, Tony Harrison was not no easy win, though.
No.
He wasn't no easy win, man. But that just showed the heart and the character of him. That just made me respect him more, man. When he had to get it done, he got it done. You know, that's just like the little homie Tank. Man, I gained so much respect for him after he just fought that fight, dog.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, man.
Way more respect for him, dog, because I seen Mayweather come to that corner and tell him, man, you down, you down, Joe. You got to, you know what I'm saying? And for him to go out there and get it done when it had to be done, man, that's the heart of a champion, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, that's
the heart of a champion, dog. I mean, you know, like I know, man, boxers train not to get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no easy task. People just see people get knocked out and think it's easy. Nah, dude that box, he's trained not to get knocked out. He's trained not to get hit. So when you knock a dude out, it's greater than what you see. That was some real work put in.
That was
some real work put in, man. And for you to be able to go out there and do it on call, man, I respect that, man.
I'm telling you, man, that's been a hell of a good fight, man, right there. Yeah, that was a good fight. I enjoyed that.
I seen today they was talking about they got it in there today talking about him fighting Keith Thurman. That's the big thing there. I say Tank next fight might be with Keith Thurman.
Really?
Yeah, I've been reading it all day, right? And Thurman said he wanted to fight. They saying that Tank said he wanted to fight. So that would be crazy, man. That would be all the way up now to 147.
I don't think he do. I don't know. 147?
Yeah, you know. But like I say, always look at the dynamics, man. I always look at the mindset. Mayweather in his corner, he got all these people that been through the game, that know the game. They would not even let him take that fight unless they knew
that he was ready.
Dude, man.
That he can get the job done, right?
Yeah, he can get the job done.
Oh, yeah, you can beat him easy, man. You can beat him.
They see something. They see something. They always see something. You know, they see something. It's just like when Floyd fought Canelo. Canelo had a bigger record than Floyd. Canelo was 40-something old. He did the next thing coming up. They saw something. Floyd ain't had to take that fight, but they saw something.
Yeah.
You know, and that's where you know you got them people in your corner, man. Like Floyd had Ellaby and these people already put the eye on this where the money at, this would, you know, you can exploit this. They see it, man. They see it. You know, they see it.
Man, the upcoming fights, man, gonna be amazing coming up, Jack.
Oh yeah, man, yeah. They got some good ones, man. They got some good ones coming, man. I want to see Canelo, man, fight either Benavidez or either Charlo. If he don't fight Benavidez or Charlo, I'm really not impressed, man. I'm really not impressed, you know.
Well, he only fought one time. Yeah. You know? Canelo has been doing this thing though.
Oh, he a beast now. Don't get me wrong. He's a beast. But it goes back to what I'm saying too. How can you really say you going and jumping in all these different divisions, but at the same time, you got undefeated cats in your division that's trying to see you, and they got belts.
And yeah.
They got belts. It ain't like they ain't got no, you know what I'm saying, no strap to give you. They got straps. Charlo got a strap. What's the other boy name? Andrade. Andrade got a strap. Mm-hmm. And both of these dudes undefeated, and both of them calling you out. So why don't you take care of business at your weight division before you get to jumping in these other weight divisions? But he don't want to fight them dudes, man, because them dudes pose a real threat to him. You know, so he picking and choosing. He picking names, but like I say, the names he picking, them dudes got flaws in their game that he know he can exploit. But he don't see that in Charlo, so he don't really want to fight Charlo. Them Charlo boys, man, when they get hit, man, they get hurt, man, them boys fight harder.
They fight harder, man. Yeah.
They fight harder. Them, they get hit, man, them some tough boys, man.
They are, man.
They some tough boys.
A lion for sure.
Most definitely. They picked the right name.
They picked the right name for them, man. And another person that remind me of champion, man, this one right here, man. Check this guy out, man.
man. You nice with the stuff. You got to teach. I got to learn them chicks there, man. I'm green, man. I don't know all that stuff.
I got you. Hey, man, I got you, man. I let you know the whole thing.
That's what's up. I need that. I need that in my life, man.
All right.
Yo,
because I see you doing the videos, but you know, you just talking. You need the.
Yeah. I need all that, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man.
Yeah, I'm new to all this, man. I be shaking out, doing my thing. Mostly like my videos and stuff. I send them to my son. My son, he shoot music videos, man. Shout out Hollywood Trail. You know, he out there in California.
Hollywood Trail, shout out.
Yeah, he do his thing, man. So he edited and do all that stuff for me. I ain't been able to learn that stuff yet. I'm gonna get on top of it though. But yeah, once I get that, it's a whole nother element.
Man, I got an easy jump to do on your phone. Easy, simple jump.
Oh yeah. We got to chop it up. We got
simple jump.
We got to chop it up, man.
Yeah. Sure. So let me get to these questions, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pay some bills real quick and hit you with a commercial real quick.
Something happened? What happened? Maybe I can help. All right. So don't tell anybody. It's Jimmy. Our sex life sucks.
Really? You? I went to Chulanka's shop. I think I have something for you. Let me go get it. She gave me a couple of these.
Mojo? What's that?
Trust me, he'll get his mojo back in just one pack. Mojo back in just one pack.
Alright, girl. I'm gonna try this ASAP.
Mojo. Hey, if you slow and don't know where to go, DM me and I can get you up some mojo. What this do? You want to be the boss? You want to stay large and in charge? Hey, mojo's the way to go. Cannabis infused male enhancement pills. Oh man, you don't know which way to go? Mojo.
Like mojo. Yeah. Not the mojo.
Not the mojo. All right, man. So let's get to it, man. No, where did you get the name Banky Pound from?
Well, Banky has always been my name from childhood. You know, it was a name given to me from my grandmother. And when I was in prison and I was boxing, they was calling me, you know, pound for pound, the best in it. So, you know, when I got out, I was starting my Instagram and YouTube or whatever. So I was working with my nephew. So he was like, we was coming up with names. So I was going Banky this, Banky that. Everything I had with Banky on it, which I always thought was an original name. I ain't like ran across nobody named Banky till I got out of prison. But everything was taken. So he said, he just was asking me, he was like, well, what they call you in there? I said, they call me Banky, man. I said, some dudes call me Pound, you know, or either Pound for Pound. So he said, oh, well, let's try Banky Pound. Tried Banky Pound, and voila, it went through. Wow. And that's what we stuck with, and that's how we started rolling. That's how we started rolling. It just took one nickname and incorporated it with the other nickname.
So before we get into any other questions, man, I didn't really get the chance for you to introduce yourself, tell a little bit about yourself to my viewers. I want to start off with a little small introduction on, you know, where you come from and where you're at right now. Just give a little brief intro. No
doubt. Well, if you don't know, I am Banky Pound, Bankology 101. I am from DC. I was incarcerated in Virginia in 1987 for murder and robbery. I ended up doing 33 years straight incarceration in Virginia State Penal System. Several different prisons over the years, and I was released in 2020, and I've been out here now like a year and 5 months. I got out Just happy, you know, enjoying life. Glad to be out here in the free world. I started, came out here with my own ideas and my own plans, but after not being out here for so long, you know, when you get out here, your ideas and your plans may not match up to what's going on out here in the real world. So I had my own, you know, ideas and plans, but when I got out here, you know, I guess God took me in another different path because, you know, I cut hair, I was a barber in there. So I figured that, you know, I had that skill. Some other skills I took up in there, you know, brick mason, graphic designs and stuff like that. So I had different things that I wanted to do. But as y'all know, you know, like I say, whoever been following me, know boxing is my passion. So I really have goals to like build a gym, man, and you know, do what you're doing, you know, teach kids and interact with the people, man. But I wanted to also impart my wisdom and philosophy on the younger dudes, man, as I'm giving them these tools of boxing. You know, that would have been part of, you know, you joining, you know, my boxing club. You have to also sit there and take these good life lessons that I got to give to you, you know. So that was my plan, my long-term goals, man. But I got out here, man, and somebody put me down with this dude that was doing interviews with you know, formerly incarcerated dudes, man. After prison show, dude Joe, you know, shout out Joe, you know. So I ended up going to do an interview with him, and you know, it got a lot of views or whatnot. I never did it before, never thought about doing it before, never knew anything about YouTube. I say this all the time, people get a little laugh out of it, but that's just how buried you are when you're gone for as long as I've been gone for 33 years. I thought YouTube was actually like the letter YouTube. I didn't even know it was spelled YouTube. That's how much I knew about YouTube. So I got on it with him, man, and you know, the videos started doing well, so he kept having me back doing videos. And then, like I say, my son, he shoot music videos, so he was telling me, you know, you can start your own YouTube. Therefore, I ended up starting my own YouTube, which is Banky Pound YouTube right now. Shout out to everybody on Team Banky Pound. I been doing it for now like a year and a couple of weeks, and we have 38,700 subscribers at last I checked. So man, that's just much love. I appreciate everybody out there who've been rocking with me. You know, I tell stories over there on Banky Pound YouTube about my life experiences in prison. I try to always end it on an upbeat note, you know, to give somebody some type of, you know, knowledge of what's going on in there, because it ain't cookies and creams, regardless of what they tell you or what you see on TV. So I want the young cats to get that and get that out of it and let them know this ain't no place that you want to be. So while you out here, you need to take these opportunities that's in front of you, man, and don't throw your life away, because once you get in there, it ain't no guarantee that you coming out. You know, that's a fact. Not even if you got a release date, there's no guarantee that you coming up out of there once you go up in there. So that's the message that I want to preach to these young cats out here, man, because it's a serious game in there, man. And I feel blessed every day to have made it out here and to be alive and to still, most importantly, have my mental. Because I tell people all the time, you in a greater mental fight in there than you is a physical fight, because you have to keep your mind, you have to keep your sanity, you have to keep your humanity amongst people who feel like they animals and they treat it like animals, so they behave like animals. So it's a tug of war every day, you know. So that's what I want little young dudes out here to understand. You get up in there, man, and your whole world is gonna change. It'll be nothing like you even dreamed of. And it ain't gonna be that TV stuff you done seen. It ain't gonna be that stuff these dudes that came out here after they did 2 or 3 years and said, oh, it won't nothing. Nah, it ain't gonna be nothing like that, bro. So I want them to know that and understand that, man. So that's what I talk about over my YouTube. Of course, like you found me, because I was cooking in there, because you have to learn to be self-sufficient in there. So I started cooking years ago. Don't know food tastes better than my food. So I eat my own food. I didn't rely on nobody to cook for me. I cooked my own food. I got good at it, so I used to cook all the time. So I bring some of my recipes and some of my meals out here too, and I cook for the people. Shout out to everybody who watched my seafood boil. That is the biggest video I have to date on my channel. So shout out to everybody who watched that. And you get ready to get an exclusive because I just did part 3 to that tonight. It ain't even been uploaded. So it's coming. So you're here on JTTV. The part 3 of the seafood boil is on its way. So stay tuned. You understand? So yeah, man, that's what I do over there on my channel. And then I got Instagram and I promote positivity all the time. I get on there every morning and might dance a little bit, you know, let the sun shine in, have me a little fun, get people to start their day off with good positive energy, man. You start the day off with good energy, man. It's up to you to let somebody take that energy away from you throughout the course of that day. So I want to help you get off on a good start every day and hope you can keep that energy till you can get back, man, home. And, you know, that's how you should start your day and end your day, man, with that good positive energy, man. So that's what I'm about, man. That's what I preach over here on my channel. And y'all come over there and check me out.
Yeah, check that out, man. Banky Pound. Only thing you gotta do is Google that, or you can just put that in your YouTube search engine, and it'll definitely pop up, man. So, and I'm gonna put the link. You know, I'm gonna put the links all in the video as well. You know, do that for you, man. So look, the next question, right? If I were to, you know, if I was curious and wanted to work in the jail system, and you know, I applied for a CO, would you recommend me doing that?
I definitely would not. You know, I definitely would not. Now, over the course of the decades I did in prison, I've met some good guards, man, some okay COs, but they've been far and few in between. Also, I've come to learn that I have seen people come in there and be good people, and they come in there with good intentions, and they come in there to feed their family like everybody else, you know, to get some type of security, you know, and feed their family. But you can't, my philosophy, you can't work for a corrupt organization for a certain amount of time and don't become corrupt. You know, that's just my philosophy. And the prison system is corrupt. You know, it's unfair, it's unjust, and you can't work for a place like that and it don't become a part of you. So I've seen people come in there and you watch them transform the first year, second year, third year. By the time that they can make it past 5 years and they in there, they have been adopted into the BS, man. You know, and dudes in prison ain't getting treated human, man. You know, they not getting treated human. They not getting the proper food. They not getting the proper care. They being disrespected all the time, but then they expected to respect. How can you be disrespected all the time and then they expect respect out of you?
That's what I was about to say. How do a CO get respect?
Man, a CO gonna get respect by really being fair and coming straight across the board. And a lot of them don't do that because their co-workers ain't doing it. So it's not cool. When they get a CO that's being fair or this treating dudes right, or they put them up front, or they put them in another part of the prison, or they even find a way to get rid of them. You know, they don't want that. They want you coming there and to treat people like they're not people, man. They got rules and regulations. I've talked to guards over the years that have told me some of the rhetoric that they give them when they come there. Oh, don't talk to the inmates. Don't listen to nothing they say. They all liars. They all gonna try to get you to bring in drugs. They all this, they all that. They paint the narrative in their head upon them getting the job of how to conduct themselves with us. See, so they already come in there with preconceived notions that you're not a human. They walk by you, they look through you, they look over you, they look around you. You can walk up to a CO and see them having a conversation with another CO with a smile on their face and they laughing and joking. And you walk up to them and ask them one question and the whole demeanor on their face changed. What? You know, like they're not dealing with a human being. So I wouldn't advise anybody to take that type of job. I remember being in there myself, and one of my favorite cousins when I was growing up, daughter had got a job in there, and she wanted that job. She had to have that experience to help her with going to take some college courses that she was going to take to become something else. But she had to have some type of job within, security, and she took that job. So I remember my cousin talking to me and asking me, what do I think about it? I said, you need to tell her to get up out of here. That's what you need to tell her. That's what I think about it. Wow. You need to tell her to get up out. It's definitely not a place I would suggest, definitely not for anyone, because the level of disrespect she gonna deal with on a day-to-day basis will numb her to a lot of other things that she might have to deal with out here in life. So yeah, I definitely would not suggest it for any female whatsoever.
Wow, so it could take a toll on you even if you work in that motherfucker.
Oh, most definitely, man. Most definitely. And then, like I say, they get in there, man. Even the dudes, man, they get into that rat race, man. Like it's, the meaner you are, the more vicious and cruel you are to an inmate, the more you're willing to cross an inmate, to cross a convict, then the higher up on the ladder they take you. Ain't nobody in the Virginia penal system moving up on that ladder that ain't done crossed the inmate, hurt an inmate, lied on an inmate, did something to him. They not going up that ladder. They ain't. They gonna stay right where they are as a CO. I know COs been COs for 20, 30 years. And I know dudes that's wardens and lieutenants and then made wardens or lieutenants in 10, 15 years. So it's the level of how much you willing to do for the system, Mm-hmm. That's what they look at. If you're willing to go in there and be a head buster and lie and do whatever it takes to keep a man down, to keep his mental down, to keep his spirits down, to keep his physical down, then they want you. They want you.
That's crazy, man.
It's a vicious game, man. It's like I say, it's vicious on both ends, man. Both ends. So like I say, every day I feel blessed to be out here, man, because it was a hard road, my brother.
I bet, man. 33.
Yeah, 33 of them things.
Man.
33 of them things, bro.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
That's incredible, man. That's incredible, dog.
Yeah, how old are you?
38.
38. You was 5 years old when I went in there. 5. You see what I'm saying? So you take you being 5 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything you probably can't even remember things from when you was 6 and 7. But just to put it in perspective, from the time you was 5, everything you've seen, every place you went, everything you've learned, everything you've experienced, everything that you've had an overall view of life about, I was in a cage that entire time. That's how much life you miss out on. That's how much life is taken away from you when you sit and stationary in one place.
Yeah.
They're taking the greatest commodity you have on earth away from you. That's time. That's why they call being locked up doing time, because it's the greatest commodity on earth and they take it away from you. Because you nor I or anyone on this planet knows how much of that you have left. So if I could take something from you and you don't know how much you have left, that's just like driving your car and you just burning up gas, but you don't have a gas tank. You don't know what you got left. You don't know when it's gonna stop.
Right.
So it may stop when you on the highway when you ain't close to nowhere else. So you need to know these things before you get these things away. So we'll never know how much time we got left. So therefore we have none to give away.
Damn, man. That's wild, man.
For sure, man. You know, like I say, these is life lessons, man. I've learned over these 33 years, man, and I'm blessed to have learned lessons that I wish I would have learned a long time ago, but it wasn't like that. So that's why I preach the things I preach and say the things I say, because I don't want to see nobody go through what I went through. I don't want to see nobody be in the trap that I fell into. So, you know, that's why I say it in all of my videos all the time. It's a thing with me. Be smart, be safe, and make good decisions. Those three things right there will save your life. Being smart, being safe, and making good decisions, man. You know, if you really, really got to think about it, should you really do something, then the answer is probably no. You know, the answer is probably no. The safest answer is probably no. So, you know, we got to do that, man. We got to preach that to these youth, man, out here, man, that they got to be smarter, man, you know, instead of doing things. You can't do what you think. When you get mad and think, you cannot do what you think. You got to think about what you do. Those are two different things. And especially, I tell them, when you get angry, man, anger, man, if you take anger, every time you get angry, man, anger is one letter away from danger. You put a D on the beginning of anger, you got danger.
Man.
So every time you get angry, man, you in danger of making the wrong decision.
Right there. Danger.
Danger, bro.
Man. Yo, before I want to wrap these questions up, but I got so much more to talk about. Let me ask you this, right? When during the duration of 33 years, right, have you ever had your own cell?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Couple of times.
So is it better having your own or someone to share with? Because you can, someone share with, you can talk to someone, you know, you just in there by yourself.
Emphatically better having your own cell. Emphatically better having your own cell. Now, you can get someone in the cell that you can coexist with and get along with, but that's an oddity. That's very, very rare.
Whoa, damn.
Very rare. Because you talking about two men in close quarters, and you got to share everything. That's going to be hard to find someone that you have that much level of respect for, that much in common with, that much where y'all can navigate in that little small, confined 8x10 cell. And it's just not it's not an ideal thing, bro. So people man, people go out of their way to do anything that. And at one time you could work your way to getting single cells, but then the prison system got so crowded because, you know, they done monetized this joint there, so it's just a business. You know what I'm saying? So prisons and got so crowded, man, that the single cell thing is gone. You know, but yeah, man, when I had single cell, man, it was probably, you know, the best time of my bit because I can isolate myself. I can get in my own thoughts. I can do my own thing. I know everything in my cell is where it's supposed to be because I put it there. I ain't got to worry about someone moving around with me when I'm asleep. I was always paranoid in prison, always, you know. So that's just a better situation I already ran for. I never slept in a dorm the whole time I was in prison. I would not have slept in a dorm. I would have refused to sleep in a dorm if they had tried to put me in a dorm.
Now, for the people who don't know, what is a dorm? What's the dorm?
A dorm is, okay, you got the single cell, then you got a double man cell where you and another person is in the cell. Then you have a dorm, a dormitory where it might be 80 people in there, but there are no rooms. It's just a big open space with beds and rows of beds. So you have absolutely positively no privacy. Anyone that you have a problem with can get up and walk up to you in the middle of the night and take your life. So I wasn't sleeping in no dorm whatsoever. You know, if I slept in a dorm, I would have bigger bags under my eyes than I do now because I would have never went to sleep. I would have never went to sleep. Yeah, you
So
know.
where is the bathroom at in the
They
dorm?
they would have a bathroom in the dorm, probably at the end of the tier, which everyone had to use. They might in a dorm, they might have three toilets, 3 to 4 toilets. Everyone has to use them. They might have the same with the shower, 8 to 10 man shower. Everybody's showering, you know, together. So it's an ugly situation, bro. And I won't have no parts of it, you know.
So I mean, you know, 33 years is a long time. Have you ever met anyone interesting, like a mafia boss or mob boss, kingpin,
Man, I met
hackers?
all types of interesting people. I met a dude before. I was just talking about that recently, so that's at the top of my mind. I met a dude before. He played basketball for Florida State. He was on the same team as Sam Cassell. He was actually Sam Cassell backup. I met dudes that was in NFL brothers and NBA player brothers. I met the NFL player brother, what his name was, Dexter Manley. I met his brother. He was locked up with me on Sussex.
Man, that's manly. Wow, man.
Yeah, his brother was locked up. His brother was a Christian dude, man. He was all into the church in prison. Other dude that played for Virginia, his brother, he ended up going to the NBA, but he didn't last long. He blew his knee out. He played for San Antonio, but he was big when he was at University of Virginia. His brother was locked up with me too. Corey Alexander, I met his brother. Who else, man? I met the DC sniper dude.
Oh shit, the Muhammad.
Yeah. Not Muhammad. The other one.
Right.
The younger kid, the younger one. Yeah, he up there. He up there in the mountains. I can't call his name right now.
Malvin, something.
Lee Malvo.
Yeah, Malvo.
Yeah, Lee Malvo. Lee Malvo is in there.
Shit, he ain't coming home.
No, he coming home. He probably gonna come home. Laws have changed, and he's probably gonna come home because of his face, man. He's probably gonna see the streets again, you know.
So would you recommend someone coming out like that, doing something like that? Because through the jail system, they don't really rehabilitate. They really destroy you and make you come back in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's like this, right? I mean, me personally, I just believe that no person, no matter who they are, I just don't believe no person is defined by one incident in their life. True. If you are defined by one incident in your life, no matter how great or how big it is, then what is the purpose of continuing to live? If you're going to be judged, if you leave here tomorrow and you go, if you leave and go out and you hit somebody on mistake and you accidentally, God forbid, hurt them or cripple them or kill them or something, and then people judge you for that for the rest of your life, then what can you accomplish in life? If that's all that you're going to be judged for, what can you accomplish in life that's going to supersede that? See, so I believe redemption is in everybody. It's in their mind, it's in their heart. If they want to do better, they will do better. I believe you can do something. You can be in a state of frame of mind and you can do something that you don't really understand the seriousness of what you're doing. It can be serious to the whole world, but you may not understand it because you can't comprehend it. Especially if you've been brainwashed or you've been led to believe something else. If I tell you that this is a bottle, and you growing up and you believe that this is a bottle all your life, that's what you're going to believe. But you got people who was brought up to believe that this is a cup, and you ain't going to be able to change their mind and make them think that this is not a cup. They will have to change their mind through better understanding. So I don't believe, without a shadow of a doubt, it ain't no rehabilitation in prison. You have to rehabilitate yourself. So I do believe in self-rehabilitation in every individual. It's just a matter of whether or not they apply it. Do the prison system, I can only speak for the Virginia prison system, do they have rehabilitation in there for a human being? Absolutely not. You know, they got to rehabilitate themselves. You have to self-apply yourself. You have to motivate yourself. You have to want to do better. You have to go and make yourself be better. They're not going to do it for you. You know, no one is going to do that for you.
Now, what are some of the things like, you know, when you're in prison, right? You're like, man, this shit ain't right. What are some of the things that they do to the inmates that we just don't know about out here?
A lot. treat them like animals, you know.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they beat inmates way more than you know, than people know. You always heard it'll make front page news and 6 o'clock news when an inmate stab an officer, beat up an officer. It's going on the news. But what they don't put on the news is the reverse. How they beat up inmates, you know, 15-1, 20-1, when you got handcuffs on, when you got chained down to a bed and they beating you and spitting on you and calling you names and sicking dogs on you, using electrical shields to shock you, you know, opening doors, letting Rockwellers in there on you, on human beings, man. You understand me? Yeah, they do all of that. You see what I'm saying? They do all of that. And then some, you know, chain you to the bed, naked, fully nude for 72 hours at a time. You know, things like that. So it's a lot of inhumane treatment that go on in there that people do not know about. And this is why I say it's not a knife, it's not drugs, it's not any type form of weapon that is public enemy number one in prison. Public enemy number one in prison is a cell phone. Because if you get that cell phone, they are worried that you're going to be able to send images or knowledge out to the free world of what's actually going on inside them prisons. So when you get a cell phone in prison and they find out, they shut the whole compound down and everybody's coming, you know, because that is public enemy number one, because you have now the ability to expose the truth. And if you can expose the truth, then people gonna have to do something about the truth. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot of them popping up though, like just, you know, people wilding out, and they had riots and stuff somewhere. Someone was recording a riot or something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because when you can expose that type of stuff, see, then you got people losing their job. You know, you got wardens losing their jobs, you got majors losing their jobs. So they're gonna go all out not to ever make that happen. So when they got wind that it's a cell phone, they think it's a cell phone. They coming like on out here on the street when they say a cop is down, a cop is shot. Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody's coming.
But it had to come in there from the CO. So when
they're gonna ignore that. They're gonna ignore that part. That part right there, that's the one part they're gonna ignore. They're gonna ignore that part. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna try to tell you everything first to say, tell us who brought it in. We gonna do this for you. We gonna make sure you don't get in trouble. We gonna send you to another camp. Just tell us the officer that brought it in to you. They don't do nothing. That's all game. You know what I'm saying? That's all game. You'll get crucified either way. Either way. So yeah, you might as well keep your dignity and keep your honor, man. Because yeah, you're gonna get crucified. But yeah, they know all of it's coming in there, but they acting like it's coming through other areas. They're gonna put the pressure on the convict. They're gonna put the pressure on the convict's visitation. They're gonna put the pressure on people who coming in there to visit their families. They're gonna act like everything is coming in that way when they know that can't be the case. But they ain't gonna make no, provisions about their officers. Everything gonna stay the same. But in that visiting room, everything will change. They're gonna have higher level of security. They're gonna have more harassment of your people coming in. acting like everything is coming in through that way, which is impossible.
Wow.
It's a corrupt business, man. And I say business because that's what it is, man. It's a business.
It's definitely a business, man.
Yeah,
They setting up more and more too, man.
Oh yeah, they eating off of that. They eating off of other people's misery and mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at jails and and shit, man. How about the food? The food in Virginia, how was it?
You say the food?
The food, yeah.
FOOD?
Yeah.
You got a dog?
Man.
You got a dog? He probably turn his head to the stuff they feeding in it. He probably would sniff it and say, "Nah, you take that back." Yeah, I ain't eat in the kitchen for probably last 19 to 20 some years of my bit, man.
Damn.
Yeah, you got a lot of people that's coming out of prison now. They did 20 years, 15 years or better.
Yeah.
They was eating that food the whole time, man. It's sad, man, but they was like coming down with colon cancer and all types of stuff, man, from that food that they feed in there, man. It's horrible, man.
So what food you had to survive from? The commissary food?
That's it, brother. That's it.
Huh?
That's it. And that's not super healthy for you, but you know what you eating. You know what you consuming.
True.
You see what I'm saying? And that's a difference. But that stuff you eating in there that they serving you in that kitchen, bro, that don't even have a name to it.
Damn.
They don't even have a name to their meat. It's not pork, it's not beef, it's not fish. They don't have a name for it. They call it bulk meat.
Bulk meat.
Bulk meat. BULK meat.
Man.
Yeah. And you think I'm gonna eat that? Nah. I'll starve first. Nah. Yeah, that's what they say. Rotten fruit, rotten vegetables. Man, hey, listen, bro. I'm trying to tell these young cats out here, man. You could be out here, man, homeless, man, and you still got a shot to wake up the next morning to change your circumstance. That is not the case in prison. So you better think before you get there.
Man.
Because once you get there, you stuck, bro. Mama can't help you. Daddy can't help you. Nobody can't help you. You in there, you stuck.
Man. Man. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no joke. Okay, look, this is a tough question, right? Because everybody wanna ask. I got some people on YouTube. Have you ever been tried before? If so, what did you do?
What do you mean by tried? As in what? Somebody, testing me or?
Yeah, somebody testing you.
Of course. 33 years, of course. Of course people done tested me. Of course. I did 33 years the hard way, but I can promise you this, and anybody who know me will let you know and testify to what I'm saying. Anybody who ever tried me, that's probably at the top of their list for the worst shit I ever tried. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't work out good for them. No, it didn't work out good for them, bro. Because I went in there with the mentality that I was going to do whatever I had to do to survive, period. So whatever that may be, whatever it took, if it even cost me, not being able to ever get out, that's just what it was going to be. That just was my mentality because that's the world that I was living in, So it ain't nobody, ain't nobody that ever do nothing to me that they got away with. Did I ever get scrapes, bruises, bumps? Yeah, I had some, but I gave out more than I got, And if I got one bump, you got 5. If I got one scratch, you got, So, it won't no good thing to come messing with me. Most definitely.
Man. Wow, man. Wow, man.
But to say you ain't gonna get tried in prison. I don't care who you are. You gonna get tried in prison. You gonna get tested in prison. Somebody gonna make you prove that you are who you say you are.
Right off the jump.
Right off the jump. You could go in there with muscles all up on your neck, you know, looking like Goldberg and all of that. Somebody gonna try to run some con on you, some game on you. They're gonna try to steal something from you. They're gonna try to cheat you out of something. They're gonna try to bring some type of larceny to you where you're gonna have to make them understand that you barking up the wrong tree. It's just that simple. You got Muslims in there, Christians, super meek, peaceful people. Somebody messing with them in one way or another. It's just the life that they in, man. You stuck in an environment that breeds hate, that breeds chaos, that breeds turmoil.
So is it better for someone who is entering that type of place and to hook up with one of them groups?
No, I mean, not to me. I've been asked that a lot of times.
For protection.
It works out for some people. It works out for some people, but my philosophy, my own personal philosophy is that when you with somebody else, then you represent somebody else and not yourself. You know, it's a quote, one of my favorite quotes, man. Muhammad Ali said, man, he said, it's something like he always feared being in a pack. You know what I'm saying? But he never feared being alone. You know, so when you with somebody else, I'm responsible for what, if I'm in a clique, a group, or a gang, or whatever, then I'm responsible for what you do. And what you do may not be what I might do. So if what you doing ain't what I'm doing, then how am I gonna be held responsible for that? You see what I'm saying? So I walked alone my whole bit. I wasn't affiliated with no gang, no group, no certain type of religions, no nothing. I represented Banky. If you mess with me, that's what you're gonna deal with. You know, you gonna think it's a group, a gang, when it's all said and done, but it's gonna be me. So I wouldn't recommend that. But there's a lot of people going there and they do that because they feel they can't stand on their own too. And that's what they do for survival. I don't knock it if that's what you got to do, but I'm just saying personally, I wouldn't do it, and never did. I never have done it.
Amazing, man. Amazing. Now I think we done wrapped up the the little prison questions and stuff like that. I got next. I'm gonna move on to your cooking. Your cooking specialty, you know what I'm saying? I wanna ask, how did you get into that as well? But you know how things could be believable when you see it? Man, what you think about this right here, Jack?
Mas tudo indica lobisomem mesmo. Ali tá entupetado de gente na delegacia ali de Joaquim Tava. Os caras.
Wow, that was crazy. That's a werewolf.
Man, I don't know what the hell that was.
I seen a joint on YouTube the other day, man. It was like somebody was filming it like it was in a foreign country too, because they had accents, but they never showed their self. But it was from a long distance. It was like a mermaid, man. And it was a half person, a half fish or something that was like up on a rock for a minute. It was flapping, and then the camera was right up on it. Then it just went back in the water. So I don't know, man, about that type of stuff, man. That's that's crazy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Man. But we living in a world right now where, social media and popularity is so crazy, man. All this stuff can be staged and it can make it look so real. So you just don't know how far people will go. You know, you just
really
don't know.
You really don't, man. You really don't, man. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look, I want to wrap it up with these questions, right? So, the cooking channel. What made you get into the YouTube world anyway? Like, what made you hop into the YouTube world? Only being a year, and congratulations on getting your license too. I seen that one, man. I know that's a big thing, man. And
For sure.
you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, well, you know, like I said, the YouTube. I just did the interview with the dude, and then, like I say, it was going. Whereas to it was really easy for me because, like I say, I was just basically telling stories about things that I've went through, things I experienced, which is easy because I got a good memory. So, you know, it's a gift and a curse because there's a lot of things that's up here, you know, even things that I don't want to be here, but it's here. So I just was doing that. And like I say, it was getting views and people was getting some type of knowledge out of it. So I was more intrigued to do it. So then, like I say, to move on to do my own thing, I just was starting to do it. And as far as the cooking goes, when I was telling the stories and stuff on after prison show, he was asking me like, well, what else did you used to do in there? You used to cook, you know, you used to box or whatever. So that's what led to the cooking and talking about the boxing, because those were things that I did. So then when I did the cooking video on his channel, when I did the pizza to this day, man, got like a 1.4 million views. So, you know, they like the cooking and they like the style of the cooking. You know, some people don't. Some people, you know, call it prison food or whatever. I always try to correct them and let them know there's no such thing as prison food. They never made no food and put a label on it and say prison food. You know, it's just food that you eat in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
That's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's food that you eat in prison. There's no such thing as prison food. You know, so yeah, but that's what got it. I like to cook, man. Cooking in there was therapeutic for me. It was calming to me when I'm just sitting there, you know, prepping my food and everything in there, because like I say, inside there you got to make all your meals if you really eating and you're not eating in the kitchen. So every day that's a process. You know, it's not nothing that you can snap your fingers and it's done. You have to prepare everything. You have to plan it out. You have to be timing everything, because you got to get to the microwave and navigate your way through other people that's trying to use the microwave. It's just a lot that goes on in the preparation of that. So I got into that as part of being part of my, you know, therapy, man. You know, just put my headphones on and just zone out, and that would take up, you know, couple of hours of my time during the day. So I just got to the point where that was like my time where I just focus on me, man, and got my thoughts and stuff together. And you know, that's why I like it. I enjoy making food, man.
So when you, how long did it take you to perfect that? Because the food got to be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, right? Man. Yeah, man. Hey, look, I done threw away more food than I probably ate, man. You know, yeah, you know, trial and error, man. You know, you try. I used to make food all the time. I, you know, make it and then might spend an hour, 2 hours doing this, doing that, because it's a creation or it's a taste first that's created in my head. I think about something. I might see a commercial of Taco Bell or McDonald's or something like that, and I say, oh, I can make a version of that. Yeah. So I'll take what I got in my head and try to match it with the food that I got in here, and I go there and I try to make something. And then once it's done and I taste it and it don't taste like what I thought it was going to taste like, I give it away or throw it away. You know, so yeah, I done that many times. Wow. But when it's right, I lock it in my brain how I did it, and I do it again and do it again, and you know, that becomes one of my meals that I like.
Have y'all ever like, and it's a great idea. I don't know, we could probably do it out here too, but while you're in, right? Have they ever had like a chef challenge where they take all the you know, one ward or one tier got one chef over here, you know, he good, and y'all do a challenge?
To some extent, not like more like tears, but they done had food cooking contests and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
They didn't. Oh yeah, they'll do that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? One dude to say, "Oh man, I make the best pizza," or "Yo, I make the best this and that," and then everything in there, like I say, ain't nothing for free. So dudes will bet, and you know they'll make a bet, and everybody will bet, and then you know you put your best jump forward, and then they had dudes taste it, and whoever they say is the best, that's the best.
Wow, man.
Yeah. They used to do little things like that, man. Had little contests and whatnot.
I see a couple.
Dudes was talking about doing it out here. I had a couple of dudes that I be dealing with, you know, YouTubers and stuff. They said, man, we need to have a cook-off. We need to have a cook-off.
Yeah, because I see some other YouTubers that just came home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, I see them cooking. I said, damn, that'd be vicious if all the YouTuber cookers that came home did a whole cook-off and they have a little judge or something up there.
Yeah, man. That don't want no smoke with me though, man. That don't want no smoke with me.
It's official. Y'all hear that? They don't want no smoke
with me, man.
They don't want no smoke with Bank, man.
Nah. Them meals they making, man. I probably was making them jumps decades ago, man. Yeah, my jumps on another level.
Wow, man. Hey, man, we about to go into the section where I put you in the grinder. The grinder is a part where I ask you a couple of questions and you have to answer them quickly. Oh yeah, you have to answer them quickly. Real good questions. And so with that being said, let me go to a quick commercial right quick. And this is for everyone, just to give you all a reminder of what's going on and what you have to do.
Coming to JPTV Believe It or Don't tonight, 9 p.m.
Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to JPTV Believe It or Don't. Amazing content over there.
All right. So, first question. We're going in the grinder. First question. What is a man?
A man is someone who stands up on his own 2 feet, who don't be led by nobody else. He is a leader. But in order to be a leader, you have to have a destination. Where are you going? So I believe a man is someone who stands up on his own 2 feet, don't need nobody to hold him up.
Is R. Kelly guilty or innocent?
That is a tough question because who knows what he did and what he didn't do. That is always going to be public opinion. People will always believe, but only him and God knows what he really did. Is he guilty by public opinion? Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But who knows, man? I can never say what another person done because I didn't see it.
Yeah, that's right, man. But for those who out there, remember, is guilty until proven innocent.
Absolutely.
Okay. And I hear you getting out. But that's what I hear. Okay.
Yeah.
So based on, what you see out in the world, if you had to go to war, right, would you take a white or a black person with you?
If I had to go to war?
Yeah, you had to shoot some motherfuckers. Would you take a white or a black person with you?
It all depends on the person. It all depends on the person, man. Cause listen, man, you got a black person that might sell you out quicker than a white person. You got a white person that might sell you out quicker than a black person. It's the character of that person. I have to know the character of that person. I've known some white dudes, man, that I believe without a doubt I could take them in the foxhole with me and they're gonna have my back, And I've known some black dudes that's gonna do the same thing, but vice versa. I know some black dudes, you take them in the foxhole with you and you turn your back, you might get a knife in your back. See what I'm saying? And the same thing with a white person. So it's just perception. I never try to lump categorize nobody because if I try to lump categorize somebody, then I'm no different than people lump categorizing me, judging me just because I'm black and you don't even know me. They judge me now, a lot of people just because I've been to prison. They say, oh, you did this, you did that. You don't know the circumstances of what led me to go to prison. You just know the title and the name of what they say I did. You do not know what actually happened because just like I just told you with R. Kelly, because you weren't there. So I don't believe in judging people just because of their color, just because of what someone says they are, or just because of their title. Someone could say that this is a police, but that's his title. Who is the man? Who is the character behind that person, behind that badge? You see what I'm saying? So I would never just say, I just don't like police. I may not like that police. See what I'm saying? So I would take the person with me to war that I felt like I could trust, be it him white, black, Chinese, purple, green, just long as I felt like I could trust them.
And that was my next question. Defund or refund the police? Or fund the police? Or defund or fund the police?
Man, fund them for what? what is they doing? This, you know, they need to be they need let me see, they need greater supervision. You know, they need greater supervision, they need greater accountability. You know, they need to be held accountable for the things that they do. There's no way possible that you can have all of these shootings and killings of innocent people, especially innocent black men, without guns and nothing. And these people don't go to prison. I mean, 90% of them don't even go to prison. 90% of them don't even go to prison. So how is that justifiable? How is that understandable to people? How do they keep getting to explain that off? And we keep accepting it, you know? But like I say, it's no accountability, and people are not making them be held accountable. I used to sit back in prison and watch all of this stuff on the news and be saying to myself, man, this is amazing. Or I say, it's no way this person is going to get off. It's somebody going to be held accountable for them, you know, and it doesn't happen that way, man. I don't understand how people who pay their salary, these are public servants, man. You pay their salary, but you don't demand that they do better. So I just don't get that, man. So you talking about fund them, I wouldn't fund them a dime, not one penny, you know, not one wooden nickel. You know, they need to be held accountable for what they do, and it need to be worldwide, man.
All right, this question you got to answer quick. How do you spell shop? Like you're going shopping. How do you spell shop?
S-H-O-P.
What you do when you get at the green light?
S-T-O-P. I go. No, G-O.
I got
You got me, yeah. You got me. 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 I got me. Yeah.
Hey, that was a good one, right?
That was a good one.
Oh man, hey man, thanks. Hey man, we gonna close it out. Let me let everybody know what's happening.
JP's the JP's total Texas.
That's why I'm coming every week, man. It's worth it. It's all worth it.
Man, what a smashing night tonight. I mean, man, we had a very successful story, man, and really enjoyed the story, man. He was, man, the stories he was explaining, it felt like I was there for a moment. I was like, God damn, shit. Let me wake up right now, man. I ain't never getting in no situation like that. I love it out here. I don't give a fuck what happened. I won't even jable. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Look, man, I like staying out here like women. I won't be out here. Remember, guys, if you do something, remember this. If you ain't learned nothing from Banky today, remember this. You will be surrounded by men. Is that what you want? You don't want that. You don't want to be surrounded by men. I mean, come on, right? So, guys, look, forget about that, man. I'm gonna bring Banky back in for his closing remarks, and we can close out with a little advice for the youngest. You did give some, but a little brief advice for them and your closing remarks. Thank you, Pam.
No doubt, man. First of all, man, I appreciate you having me on. No doubt, without that, I mean, I think it was a great conversation, man. It was an enlightening conversation. I think somebody can get something out of it if they just pay attention. But I definitely want to say to the young dudes out there, man, I know you got your pride, I know you got your ego, and I know you want to be looked at in a certain way. Well, let me just let you know this. All of that ain't gonna make no difference when you get in prison. It ain't gonna make no difference how gangster you kept it out here. It ain't gonna make no difference how gangster you think you are. It's gonna make no difference in prison. Trust me when I tell you. So if, just like the man just told you, man, if you like freedom, if you like women, if you like being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it, then you need to do what you have to do to stay out here, because all of that is gone in prison. All of that. So everything that you love the most, everything that you like to do the most, these are the things that are taken away from you when you're in prison. This is the part of the punishment, to remove you from everything that you enjoy and everything that you love. This is the punishment. This is what prison is. So you just gonna be sitting there riding away while all the things that you like and all the things that you love is out here still doing what it do. So you need to think about that before you pick up a gun. You need to think about that before you join a gang. You need to think about that before you try to do something that may end you in one of these positions that you might go to prison. So you need to keep that in your mind, bro, because like I told you, you can get in there, but it ain't no guarantee that you're coming up out of there. I'm blessed and I'm lucky to be out here, man, after these 33 years. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all what I'm trying to tell you. You can take it from me, or you can listen to somebody who ain't been through what I've been through. And I'm telling you, it ain't no place for you, man. It's definitely not no place for no human being. So if you consider yourself a human being, man, you need to do what you got to do to stay out here in this free world, bro, because it ain't nothing like it, So keep that in mind, man. And like I say, be smart, man. Be safe. Make good decisions, man, and make some decisions, man. This is going to better your life while you out here, bro. Stay out here with your family and your loved ones, man. Appreciate the opportunity to speak on this channel, man. I appreciate the opportunity, man, to put my philosophy out in the world, man. So peace and love, man.
Man, with that being said, that was wonderful, man. And we out.
Always in a good mood. Hear me and believe. Hold on for a second, dog. I got a sample for you. Take two, hit my phone back. Man, do what you do. So she's telling me I should get the